going, guys? It's your favorite bearded man, Bobbbaaaay. What's going on? Just doing some light reading, seeing what the deals are for Christmas time, and seeing that these things they send in the mail don't help. I know I got the best sweater of the year. Definitely inspiration from Mr. Feeney, Boy Meets World. Some of you might be too young that don't even know what that is, and that scares me. So this week's subject on Brain Food series, the best series on YouTube, Ride the Wave. And this was inspired by Angela Scott. Angela asked, Bobby, I'd love for you to talk about like knowing when you need to push yourself and when you need to be patient and ride the wave. I feel like my personality is naturally looking for what's next and sometimes jump around a lot. But how do you also identify when to think about investing time and energy into something? All right, folks. Here we go. I'm gonna give you from my perspective. Not always about me, but at least my process and the way I've played it out. I wanted to start a podcast, the best podcast in all of the world, Purpose in the Q. When I started that was the focus point. I wanted to do visuals, couldn't do it just yet. I needed to just focus on the starting point of starting a podcast. And then as time went and I got comfortable with what I was doing, then I had the visuals. Okay, now I'm doing visuals. Oh wow, I have a GoPro. Why don't I start vlogging a little bit? Okay, I'll start vlogging a little bit here and there. Why not start a brain food series? Here we are today. Why not start the way I see it on like a how-to? Now that's on my YouTube channel. I think honestly the toughest part is kind of having an idea of what you want to do and committing to it and being very, very patient. Nobody that you can look at today that is great at what they do, it happened overnight. None of that success exists. It is a myth if anybody has told you differently. All takes time, energy, and patience. With that too, I think it's great to test things out. You know, give things a little bit of time and energy and expect that you're not going to be able to just pick up a camera for a week and know whether this is the right passion or not. You have to try things out. And as long as you're interested and you're intrigued by what you're learning, then keep at it. Why would you stop? You have to keep messing around with it. If I had stopped after my 5th episode of the podcast because I just wasn't comfortable with how it was coming out, I never would be at 60. I would never made 65. You have to really give it enough time and energy. It's like a relationship, I guess, which I don't know about because I don't date. You have to really nourish it. You have to, whatever you're trying to do, if you want to do a fitness blog, if you want to start your own YouTube channel, if you want to create a coffee, which I'll gladly buy because I love iced coffee. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts. You guys want to sponsor me? Hit me up. You have to see it through. Great takeaway from a podcast I did with Carter Reeves. See it through. We have to see through our ideas when we have one. And we have to understand that it takes patience. It takes hard work. It takes balance. It takes energy. It takes all the things that we don't necessarily want to give up. That's how it goes. There's no other way to do it. This might be the 7th or 8th brain food video that I'm putting out, but ride that wave. Right? When a surfer is learning how to surf, I've never surfed before, but I'm gonna guess this might be right. You get that board in the water, you start paddling for that first wave, you get on, fall. Okay, back out, paddle, get back out, get back on the board, fall. Over and over until you finally catch that wave and you ride it, and it feels like the world. Time stops. You see little Johnny building a sandcastle on the beach, little Susie's playing catch with her father, and then you see Bobbbaaaay just doing his thing. I don't know. All of those fails of you trying to get on the board finally catches, and you realize that it was all worth it. It's the same thing for whatever you're trying to do. You have to continue to get back up on that board so long as you're interested and have patience for it. And if it's something that you want to see through, then do it. If it's interesting to you and you know you love writing or you love taking pictures and capturing moments or you love cooking, okay, you know you love it and you're willing to do it even if nobody paid you. So why not keep going with it and see how can you learn? How can you stand out from the crowd? Do some research, and depending on what you're trying to do, see how can I stand out from everybody else? Having self-awareness. Is it my personality? Am I good at writing? Am I good in front of a camera? Like your boy just loves it. Once you have all that and you're trying it, the rest is history. And when you start riding that wave, when I rode the wave with the podcast, I felt good. Okay, now I have the audio content. Now let's throw in the visual. Still I'm falling, still trying to get that perfect, but with time, I'll be riding that wave. Same thing with brain food. Once I get it down packed and I know the format and everything that I want, I'll ride that wave. Then the vlogging. It's that continuous of getting back up on that board, paddling back out to the ocean, getting on the board, trying to ride it, and if it doesn't, if you fall, swim right back out. As long as you're interested in it and you're learning and you're enjoying that process, then keep going. You need to put time and energy. That is so important, and you have to be willing to work hard. It's a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. when I'm recording this right now. You have to commit. However you're gonna do it is how you gotta do it. If you lose interest in send it all, step away, put it on pause, come back to it. But just know, if you stop because you aren't getting the results that you want, Bobbbaaaay is disappointed in you. I am disappointed in you. I don't think there's anything worse than somebody saying, I'm disappointed. Ride the wave, keep paddling back out, put in the time, put in the work. If you're enjoying it, keep going. If you lose interest, stop, try something else, put it on pause, maybe come back to it at a better time, and then keep going. Things will pop up as long as you're following that passion and you're starting to see like, oh, maybe this will be cool. Go try that out, and then try this out, and then try that out. And then all of a sudden you have a full running business of you doing all these different things. And that's how we are here today at the Brain Food Lab, cooking up the best YouTube content ever with your host, Bobbbaaaay. If you have any topic you'd like me to talk about next, drop a comment in the section below. Drop it. This week's call to action. Think of what wave you want to ride, whether it's a passion that you haven't tried yet, something that you're in the process of trying, and I want you to commit to it online, that it's in the public, that people can see. Thank you guys so much for always tuning in. What's your favorite bearded man? Keep chasing dreams, keep working hard, believe in yourself, don't give a damn what anybody else says. If it's good, keep taking it in. If it's bad, say, see you later. I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna go back to reading that newspaper now that it's all over my garage basement. I wish you guys could see. You guys have a great rest of your day. Quick shout out to 5-Star Vintage for the amazing sweater. 5starvintage.com. Check it out if you need some gear and you look fresh like me.